The female assassin, disguised as a pregnant woman, walked into the hotel, her belly visibly protruding. The security guard's vigilance instantly lowered. Who would suspect a pregnant woman, especially a top assassin? As she slowly approached her target, she immediately feigned discomfort, as if she were in her second trimester. Sure enough, a security guard rushed to get her a drink. In those few seconds, the woman moved swiftly, closing in on her target, and, taking advantage of her momentary lapse in attention, silently switched their phones. The switched phone would release electromagnetic waves at a predetermined time. The ambassador, who had undergone heart bypass surgery, instantly collapsed and died. Everything went exceptionally smoothly. When the security guard returned with dessert, the target was no longer breathing. Chaos erupted immediately, with her entourage frantically calling for emergency medical assistance. Just as she was about to slip away unnoticed, a security guard suddenly rushed in. As the only outsider present, even with perfect disguise, she inevitably aroused suspicion. But the exposure didn't panic her. The instincts of a professional assassin had already prepared her for this moment. The young security guard was clearly seeing such a ruthless, pregnant woman for the first time. The woman's attacks were incredibly fast, each move deadly. Only the confined space and the disguise on her abdomen somewhat limited her movements. The next second, she plunged a knife into the fake stomach, completely exposing the disguise. The intense conflict completely ruined her carefully planned escape, but she still managed to seize her opponent's weapon, preparing to force her way out. Even more astonishingly, she managed to maneuver through the dense gunfire, as if luck and skill were on her side. And she wasn't fighting alone. A meticulous escape plan had been prepared behind the scenes. Simply going down the employee exit would allow her to escape, but to avoid being followed, she changed her plan at the last minute. When the security guards broke down the door and found the opening, they would surely assume the assassin had already left the building, but this was merely a smokescreen. At this moment, she had already slipped into the stairwell to change her identity. In just a few minutes, her long blonde hair vanished, replaced by a hotel employee uniform. Then she calmly walked into the corridor. Although the building was under surveillance, the wanted poster's features and her current appearance didn't match at all. Logically, she should have escaped smoothly, but an unexpected event occurred. The safe house at the back was suddenly attacked. The liaison officer didn't even have time to react before being knocked unconscious on the spot. The attackers forcibly altered the evacuation coordinates and urgently wanted to speak with her face-to-face. According to the new coordinates, the woman arrived at a subway station. Her professional instincts told her that she had to completely cut off all leads, so she performed a second disguise in a blind spot of the surveillance cameras next to the escalator. In just 10 seconds, she transformed into a completely different persona. Meanwhile, the man had arrived at the rendezvous point. The woman glanced at the scratch on the car headlight and immediately sensed something was wrong. A meticulously organized organization would never make such a basic mistake. This meant the person in the car wasn't one of their own.